knowledge and built upon that knowledge, African knowledge. But that is not well known in our schools. We are not teaching that. We are still perpetuating this colonial education which sees Africans as having achieved next to nothing.
Do you think there's a problem with our education system?
Oh yeah, there is. Education system is a serious problem. Then you have a problem with newspapers. Newspapers are not projecting the African past sufficiently. That is a weakness. Television, perhaps in Nigeria, that's where I see a bit of Africa. I must admit, I've always said that West Africans are better in terms of expressing our African past. For example, you will see something like kind of a cloud, kind of a wave, and it hits someone.
Yeah.
But that's how Africa operates. Africa operates wirelessly. The Western world discovered wireless in terms of communication only recently. We have always been doing it. You look at our genetics.
Yeah.
We have been looking at genetics for a long time. When your footprint is there, I get it, I've got you. This is African science.
I mean, like, there's a lot I think he has to share with all of us, and I believe that we can do this for Prof. He has a YouTube channel. I'm going to put the link in the description. You know how we'll do it by force, because I think he has a lot to share to the world. And since I'm here, let's do this together. Prof, how many subscribers do you have on the channel?
I don't know.
You don't
Many.
know?
Yeah,
Many.
if you open YouTube, you find lots of them.
So he has a lot of videos out there, and let's do this together. Let's all rush there in our numbers. Let's go learn a lot from Prof. Go there and tell Prof that Wode Maya brought me here. Prof, you also have books, right?
Oh yes,
Where can
63 books.
Where can we get the books? Are they on Amazon or anything like that? They're selling them? Because I have an online audience where they would love to buy from you.
I think that's what we are working on right now, so that they are available on Amazon, but some of them are on ABC, Africa Book Collective. I have some there.
Okay.
So there are lots of them, and it's all about this liberation of Africa, moving beyond to get Africa liberated in the true sense of the word.
What do you think will happen if Africans get liberated?
When you have a pandemic, they will be looking at it. They are motivated. They want to develop pharmacies. They want to be providers of health facilities. They are charting their own history. That's important. They chart their own form of government. You can't have all these things being dictated to you under the guise of democracy. What democracy?
Prof, are you trying to say that when African leaders go for African Union meeting, they don't talk about these things?
No, they do. But what testifies to that is not opening your mouth and uttering words. No, let us see action. Action beyond words. That's what we need.
What do you think of the African Union?
The African Union is there, but when you look at it, it's not completely effective. Yes, especially when it came to decolonization. You remember Kenneth Mbita, they supported the struggle in Southern Africa. Excellent. But they need now to go beyond. For example, I'll show you, I've been there. I looked at the AU headquarters. The architecture that is there, beautiful. But who built it? Not the African, it's the Chinese. Here in Zimbabwe, our parliament has been constructed, it's complete, true to our African architecture. But the African architecture, they now despise, because they don't understand that architecture has got nothing to do with materials. Your house doesn't have to be an African house because we're using wood and grass and clay. No. It's the design that matters. Our African architecture is about design. And the Chinese, the Victoria Falls International Airport, very modern, use very modern material, but how do you design the architecture, the house? It's excellent. You go into our new parliament at Mount Hampton, then you'll see what I'm talking about. Because for us, things are round. As above, so below. We copy the universal design. So we want that design down here. That's what we do. So when we sit in a circle, drinking beer, passing the calabash in a circle. That's what we do. We didn't invent the circle. The circle already exists up there. We looked at the sun, we looked at the moon, we saw they were a perfect expressions of secularity.
But I mean, do you think it's right for an African Union building where decisions are being made for the continent built by someone else, not Africans?
That's where we have a problem. Why? Do you think we're short of money? It's not about money. It's about priorities. But at least for me, I'm happier when it's done. But we have to be reminded by the Chinese that we need to go back to our culture. The culture that we had before colonization. But now, a progressive man, one who is rich, his evidence is a hut, a house that has a rectangle and asbestos sheets and not anything near our original architecture. Material doesn't matter. We can use the most modern of materials, but it's the design that is African. And it is the design of cosmic bodies. We didn't invent it, no.
Do you think we need a borderless Africa?
It might help, but you need to be tactful. They may send you to heaven before you have succeeded. Because Africa has resources, and they want those resources. So where is Gaddafi? The moment you try to make Africa wiser, you will go. Right now you can see what is happening within BRICS. BRICS are trying to come up with money, a currency that is supported by resources. And if they do succeed, it will mean we are going to end up with a currency that is stronger than the greenback, the American. So that is the situation. So, but that's what we want. We should get there. But no, you may be eliminated. Where is Kwame Nkrumah? You should be clear about this. Should be clear. Who was the driver? The hand that kills these people may be the black hand like yours, but see the hand that is holding your hand, the third hand. This is where we fall short. Then we say, he was killed. Yes, by his own people, but working at the instigation of those who have economic interests. It's not political interest. Politics holds the key to open the chest where there is money.
Your final message to Africans watching us right now.
Africans, let us not be shy of being Africans. It is not a mistake that we became Africans. It is not a mistake to be black. It is only skin deep and is meant to protect us from ultraviolet radiation, etc., and other harmful radiation from the sun. We are just like any other people, but we need to reclaim our pride and become the Africa which we had unpolluted by invasion.
I want to say thank you so much for talking to me, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Prof. And like I said, check out the link in the description. Prof's YouTube channel link will be there. Make sure you subscribe and be part of the family, as you all will learn a lot from him. My name is Wode, your one and only annoying village boy right here in Makokoba. See you all in the next one. Maya. Peace out.